Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Ben the Human Plays Vagrus the Riven Realms. I've made it all the way over to Torzeg's Shelter and we've wormed our way back into the Greenlands to go find Gorgoro's spirit mentor. So we will inform Brawltheg that you are ready for the spirit dance. Ah, but you have the spirit dust that I need, the shaman asks you. Hand over the spectral residue. Brawltheg's eyes go wide when he sees the spectral dust. Ooh boy, you and the Vrahu did it. No small task either. He takes the sack. Good thing I'm ready to do the dance, eh? Let's do it then. I see no point in waiting. He turns to enter the hut but stops at the door and turns back. Now I'd keep the comitatus of yours at a distance. The spirit dance is not inherently dangerous, but it'll scare the ass out of your crew if they are too close. I guarantee that. You know what I just realized? So you wouldn't have seen this, but when I was crawling back from the Crimson Gate to Torzeg's Shelter, I was like, man, I'm bleeding a lot of vigor, and I couldn't figure out why. It's because I still have the spirit curse from the Valley of the Sleepers, so we definitely need to remove that when we get back to Torzeg's Shelter. Just to give you a window into my confused mindset. Gorgoro fetches your companions and explains to the crew what is about to happen while you stay and watch as Brawltheg prepares the dust and other components in the middle of a stone circle near the hut. He paints his face and body with chalk and begins chanting, sprinkling a bit of spectral dust in the air every minute or so. It takes a half an hour for the chanting to reach its height. By then you can see spectral forms roaming the valleys and dance on the mounds. Brawltheg himself has been jumping around from the beginning of the ritual, and despite being very old, his will keeps his wizened body moving with surprising energy. Swirling ghostly energies converge upon the grassy shelf. One of your scouts runs up the hill to inform you of shambling undead approaching from all directions. Gotta be the Hollow Eyes, Gorgoro roars over the cacophony of the ritual. You leave the spirit dance and take your companions to face the attackers. The sky turns turbulent and translucent spirits swirl in the air, shrieking and moaning. Even its color is off, tinged with an odd purple. Brawltheg's stinging has turned into roaring, and the very ground shakes. The old fart still has it, huh? Gorgoro bellows over the noise. The hordes of undead, now visible just below the rock shelf, tremble and come to a sudden halt. The spirit dance is taking hold, yet at that moment some of the undead push through the unseen wards, accompanied by a handful of Hollow Eyes. Their mutated masters must be maintaining a stronger hold on these shamblers. You face them with your companions. Easy peasy. 3 undead and 2 Hollow Eyes? This is not a problem. Let's do it. Shoot this guy. The one with the exposed brain. And then shoot him again. Alright. Throw down your wards under both of the Hollow Eyes, I think. You shuffled around. I don't like that. Go ahead and boost Nadir so she can throw a fireball this turn. And then try to stun... I don't know who moved, so we'll go for that guy. I must have been the other dude. He melted me with his mind. Stab the zombie. You missed me, you nerd. You missed me, but I blocked it. And then you missed me again. Don't you feel embarrassed? Let's try to burn these two. And then maybe they'll die to the ward? Not quite. So let's go ahead and stab this one. And I'm hoping I can shoot the guy in the back to kill him. And we did it. Throw the bomb to debuff the zombies. Didn't debuff them at all. Not even close. So let's burn these two. And then Skornar? Why don't you try to shield up? You missed him. You didn't even attack the right guy. Holy cow, you guys can't hit me at all. It's amazing. And that guy burned to death. That guy's dead. Reload in the off chance you need it, but I don't think so. Pending nobody misses the attacks. Good job. Didn't even take any damage. I wonder if there's more or just that fight. The moment the last Hollow Eye falls, silent even in its death throes, another similar coterie pushes through the spirit barrier. If they overwhelm you, the abominations will be able to reach Brawltheg. Oh, no problem. I didn't even take damage last time. And there's fewer of them this time. Begin. Let's shoot this guy in the hopes that I can kill him and get at the guy behind him. Although they are pretty tanky. You melted my sorcerer. And then you tried to do it again. Let's shoot this guy. Oh, Garrick. Garrick, you goon. Boost Nadir. And then, whoops, try to stab this guy. All right, one down. And then, the ward, you evaded. To the front. A brave move. You missed Gorgoro twice. And then burn these two? Ooh, for 8 is fantastic. Maybe stun this guy? You did it. I'm so proud of you. All right, kill that dude. And spank this dude. Oh, he's dead. Throw a bomb? Oh, you killed him with your bomb. Neat. And then attack the headless zombie. Oh, we got hurt. We got wounded. The first woundedness happened. Rough. Right as you defeat the last of the abominations, the spirits swirling around the rock shelf begin howling and shrieking in concert, creating a cacophony that is difficult to bear. You can see that the army of undead at the barrier start falling to the ground, the dark magic animating them evidently snuffed out by the spirit fence. Yet a handful of hollow eyes pushed through successfully and are now running up the hill to murder Brawltheg. Should they succeed, the barrier could still collapse. Gorgoro bellows a war cry and rushes after them. You follow him. Oh, there's only 3 of them now. And these guys are exceedingly weak. You got only 10 HP. All right, fire away. Oh, man. Stab him. He's dead. Oh, he's sneaky. He sneaked by. Hit him with a fireball. And then maybe murder this guy outright. He melted Gorgoro. How could you do this? Let's boost Gorgoro. Maybe I should have picked somebody who didn't have their mind melted. It's fine. Do you think the mind melting makes it harder for them to hit people? The last hollow eyes are dead. Their petite I thought it said petite bones. Their petite bodies broken by your companion's onslaught. With their dead, the throngs of undead also fall. One by one, they crumble and collapse. The malevolent will behind their erratic movements gone, banished by the spirit fence and the puppeteer's demise. You realize just now that the ritual is concluded. Brawltheg's singing cannot be heard. The sky has turned back to its normal color, and the wailing spirits have disappeared. The wards must be in place. You look around at the old shaman on the hill, but he is nowhere to be seen. Gorgoro rushes to the top of the hill and you join him there. Brawltheg has collapsed and is now lying on the wet grass inside the stone circle, twitching gently from exhaustion. The orc warrior kneels at the shaman's side and whispers it to him. You old fool, reckless as ever. Don't be ridiculous, my boy. I knew this would happen. Brawltheg manages, clearly out of breath. One shaman for a spirit dance of such magnitude is not enough. But you did it anyway, Gorgoro tells him and holds his hand. It has our way, Brawltheg says with effort, and then his glassy eyes focus again, and he looks up at your companion. Goro, remember this place. Find a shaman to protect its peace. The wards have to be renewed in a generation's time. Gorgoro nods. As for you, the old man can barely speak now, stand up to your brother. You have everything it takes to face him. Then the shaman is dead. You leave Gorgoro with the shaman for a while. Gorgoro joins you outside the stone circle in a few minutes and sits down in the grass. How very odd, he murmurs. He was of the shamans, who never believed in the Raktar, the way of the warrior, the element of our spirit faith that guides orcs to live a life of battle, and yet he went out as a true fighter, protecting his own. You ponder this for a while in silence. I'm glad you decided to help me in this last task, Gorgoro tells you after a while. I'll bury him and sit and wake during the night. You're more than welcome to join me. The Comitatus then strikes camp nearby, and Gorgoro builds a mound for Brawltheg. Many of the undead are piled high and burned as well, a worthy sacrifice to herald the old shaman's success in the spirit realm, according to your orc companion, who spends the night at the old man's wake in the hut. Later, he gives you all of Brawltheg's belongings, saying that he would prefer it that way. You have to admit, the hollow crag seems more tranquil somehow, as if a peaceful silence has settled upon them. The night passes, and you set out in the morning. Holy cow! We needed arcane texts for the one dude's crown upgrade in the liminal space. I dropped off the metal too, by the way. Got some morale. Neat. Let's talk to Gorgoro, see if we can't upgrade him. Or, push along his thing? I guess not. Is Gorgoro all done? He's definitely got more upgrading to do, because we can get him here, but we definitely need to improve his abilities here. So Sunder, we need to get to Prowess 6, which we just did, so we definitely need to upgrade that. Dexterous Sunder. That's like my go-to move for everything that I do with Gorgoro. Brutal Charge is an interesting idea because I like to have him bounce back and forth with Harvick. And if you like doing that, you kind of have to build him around it entirely. But let's see what his other stuff is. Accuracy and power, great news for Doctore. Fearless, meh. Gladiator's vitality, evade, and bleed distance would be good. Juggernaut, do you have any way to get armor, my man? I think he starts with armor. Immune to stun. Being immune to the ability to be moved would be pretty sick. But I don't know if he's immune to that. Strong-minded and tough. More vitality would be great, because he's just like... He's definitely a tank. So, like, strong-minded 2, tough 5, all the way up here. Ah, we don't have enough proficiency to get both. What's better? Vitality, evade, bleed resistance? +2 vitality, I think, is pretty solid. So let's pull this strong-minded back. If we can't get the Gladiator 2, we might as well hold on to the 2 points. So let's go. I don't know if we need the mighty. Can't get the brutal charge either. We only have 6 well, I guess we have extra points. Why don't we hold on to the 6 proficiency points then and see if we can't get Gladiator 2. I guess we'll get the strong-minded then, because the next upgrade should be able to give us enough points to get Gladiator 2. So let's do that. Good, good, good. All right, Gorgoro's even better than he was before. Ooh, more vigor. All right, now we gotta go back. Oh, Gorgoro wants to talk to me. We gotta go back to Torzeg's shelter and get this curse off of me. Gorgoro visits you at the end of the day as the Comitatus is winding down around the camp. It struck a while ago. His serious, thoughtful demeanor tells you that you're in for an important conversation. The warrior passes you a jug of rare wine that he's clearly been sampling. So, I just wanted to say after all what's happened lately, well, I mean since I've been in your employ, I've decided to do something about my brother one day, he tells you after sitting down. Therefore, I want to make preparations for when that time comes. You ask him what the deal about what's the deal with your brother? Gorgoro gazes at you for a few moments in silence before sighing. That's not something I want to discuss, he says, but what the heck, you've been a friend in need a number of times, so I guess I can let you in on some of the drama. My brother was pulled into the mind games early on by Kraggorn, the bastard, and became his lapdog. When the time came to face the Chipped Fang tribe, our mortal enemies, my people were betrayed and massacred. The architects of that treachery were outsiders. I don't even know who to this day, but since I wasn't there when it went down, but whoever they are, Kraggorn was their tool. The bastard was my father's right-hand man, but they promised him glory and fame, and who knows whatever else, so he turned on my tribe. My brother turned with him. Oh, rough. Gorgoro is quiet for a few moments before continuing. He took another prize, an ancient suit of cursed armor. Cursed?! That makes him nigh invulnerable. Again, I don't know the details, but I know that I need to match that to be able to defeat him. So I've decided to have my own armor forged. Oh, sick! We can get Gorgoro like a suit of mech armor? In fact, I'm so bent on this that I'll leave unless we can agree that you'll help me with it. It's not personal. Well, it is personal, to be honest, but you know what I mean. We've both been dealing with fate and purpose lately, so I'm sure you understand. Let's promise to help him in forging the armor. I'm very grateful for the help. Thank you, Gorgoro tells you with a smile. Although doing what I have in mind is costly, I'll pledge to work for you for free as long as you like once the armor is forged. Sick! Free Gorgoro! I don't even know how much my companions cost to tote around, to be honest. You ask him how he wants to proceed. He certainly has some sort of plan. I do, he replies. This is a custom suit of plate armor, and only one person I know in the region who will be able to forge it. Thadras, the old dwarf in Avernum, in the Scoria district where he built his forge. He'll understand the design I was thinking about, and will know how to get it done. We should pay him a visit. You discuss travel plans and recent events for a while, but eventually Gorgoro wishes you a good night and heads back to his tent to turn in too. The night is quiet, and the next morning you are ready to set out again. Cool. Battle forged. Set out. Oh, seek out the Anvil of Thadras. Well, that's good, because I have to go back to Avernum to find Elani's husband, because I forgot to do that last episode, or the episode before. Oops. It's very me to be like, this is what we need to do, and then immediately forget to do the thing. At least I didn't forget to do the stuff with Skornar's cousin and whatnot. Because I think if I had done that, I don't know what I would have done with myself. Alright, into Torzags. Approach the guards. There's nothing wrong. Now, we will seek out the authorities. Services? Remove an undead curse, please. How much does it cost? 6 bros? I mean, that's fine. I have no other way of getting rid of it. Cool. Thank you for doing that, because that was that was bothering me. All right, so there is a person that we could that will help with Elani's husband in Kurnak Way Station. It's not common to have missions to go to Kurnak. There's a battle here. 2 encounters at 303 and we're at 470. It's worth 50 bros. Although it will piss off the Ratharnek, and I don't know if I like that. Viridium, Lumen. I mean, I'd be down to go all the way to the Twin Towers if we needed to, but it doesn't look like anybody wants me to go that way. Near Kurnak again. Who's your enemy? No one! But we have to eliminate targets, which is always kind of a pain. Alright. Maybe we'll just zoom out there and deal with it. We got 12 days worth of supplies, 8 days of movement. Where did I get this? Oh, you know, it was probably from the old man's hut, to be fair. Exchange for news. And then we'll just head out. Thanks, guys. And then how far? 4 days away. That's not bad. Especially now that we don't have the spirit curse anymore. The one thing that is kind of annoying about auto-scouting is it's a lot slower movement-wise. Like, if I queue this whole thing up, they're like, hey, there's a dude in front of you. And I'm like, I know that. Please just move. I'm trying to go somewhere. There we go. Whoever it was left the road finally. So it's like, it's not even like super helpful. Because if you don't know the taxman is coming, or like, if you are worried about the taxman, it'll tell you when something is on the road, but you can't tell if they're coming towards you or away from you. And it's just kind of tricky. So I don't know if I like the 6 scouts necessarily. Because you can never tell. Like, you can see when there's an event on the road, but you have no idea what it is. And so are you going to hop off the road every time that happens? I don't know. It just seems kind of annoying. Here we go. So we will have Elani goes looking for Red Swift, the bard who might know where her husband is. Dude, how funny would it be is if, like, all 3 of them were just kind of like a crapshoot on the information, and it turns out that Red Swift was the guy I needed to talk to the whole time, and none of the other 2 actually know anything? Oh, that'd be hilarious. The search for Keldrin might lead something this time. You try to find the old bard. As you look around the common hall, you begin to hear the faint sound of snoring and realize that a gray-haired, half-elven man is sleeping near the fireplace. Elani huddles down beside him and gently shakes his shoulder. The fellow coughs and blinks as he slowly comes to. What? Where? Who? Hey there, Red Swift, Elani says, smiling warmly. It takes a few seconds for the old one to recognize her, but when he does, he smiles back and hugs her. Elani, my sweet child, I can't remember the last time I saw you. What brings you here? Your companion introduces you to each other, and the bard is happy to make your acquaintance. Now that he is awake, Red Swift proves to be quite chatty and explains how he got his unusual name, though you never asked. "'Tis a bird of legend, one that sang in the vales of Dor Anthelas, the legendary land of the elves. I do sing too. I know 1,000 songs." After catching up, Eilani asks the storyteller if he has heard anything of Keldrin. Red Swift shakes his head. "Rats!" "I'm afraid I haven't, and that's despite hearing a lot of things from wayfarers passing through this place. But alas, no news of Keldrin. He used to visit a lot more back in the day, but I reckon the world has gotten a lot busier, and so did he." Eilani thanks him nonetheless and says that you must be on your way. Yet she promises to visit him again as soon as she can. Say goodbye. Well, rats. It was too good to be true. I wonder if it's one of those things where it's scripted that you have to visit all 3 of them in order to get the information you seek. Or is it like just luck of the draw? Who knows? We'll find out. How funny would it be if it was actually you needed to go to Avernum and we could have gotten this knocked out like 3 episodes ago? Oh well. What else are we gonna do anyway? See, now, like, there's a guy. Ah! See, this is what I get for talking crap. Although we've lost so much gold, they're, like, taking pity on me, and they're like, only 100 bros this time. Is it the taxman again? Can he come after me twice in one road? Well, if I'm just gonna ignore the auto scouting, perhaps I should just turn it off and, like, get rid of 3 of the scouts. I think it's fine to have 3 scouts, but it's kind of annoying to be like traveling while auto scouting the whole time. Oh, I should have checked for a mission from Kernak, but oh well, whatever. All right, so we would like to head to Lumen. Let's check our missions real quick. What do we got going on? So we're working with Eilani. We have to go back to Avernum. There was a guy in Salem too that I totally forgot about. So we'll go over there too. Avernum, the exquisite brew is on the other side of the world, which we haven't been to in a very long time. Prince's commissions. We have to finish the Realm Gate. That's over on the other side of the world. Build our outpost as well. Scornar we could take out to the shore for Hoffrey. We could do that now, but I don't really feel like doing that right now. It's just kind of like out there in the middle of nowhere. We should keep giving Ren stuff to kind of like push his thing along. I should talk to somebody in Lumen to see if we can find a Crystal Mancer. We have to do the worms thing. Oh, I killed Braga like forever ago. And then Harvick's thing is just weird. Like, I have no idea how to find people for Harvick's mission. It's just a random thing. And this one is actually going to be a tough one. Is we have to go down to Tectum Kelvar and we have to like clear the ruins of the ghouls or something like that. So that'll be another one that we'll probably not save for later, but definitely want to have more strong companions to help us tackle. So let's see. Lumen is 5 to 6 days away. We would like to get all the way to Mirage, but we'll have to see what we can do as far as beasts of burden and whatnot. So let's see. Let's swap back over to our Kalrish saddlebags to get more of those. And then I think we just need 2 beasts of burden. Yep. We do need a little more labor, it looks like. So what are we doing? All right, let's get 2 dudes. And then I do want to drop the 3 scouts. We'll stop auto scouting because it's just kind of annoying. I know it's like saving money and all that, but like my goal isn't to get the most money in this game. My goal is to like figure out all the story stuff, which is fun. For me, for you, 6 scouts and auto scouting might be totally worth it. Ooh, 2 people to go to Lumen. Perfect news. And then we would like to take a bunch of missions to Lumen as well. So let's see. We got mushrooms and wine. And then we've got ivory and obsidian. And more stuff. More wine and pottery. And then, unfortunately, we don't have enough space. We could ditch some of our food, but I don't really want to do that. Oh, maybe it'd be worth it. Yeah, it looks like that is the last one. All right, you know what? You convinced me. We're ditching a snack of food just to be able to take this contraband mission here. Where was it? Did I roll past it? Here it is. I know there's contraband in there. Fear not. All right, 2 days worth of moving. So I think what that means is we should actually rest in the city, send our boys out to do some work around town. Critical success, 2 bros, hell yeah. All right, we will leave the city, and then on we go. Yeah, we're kind of running down to the last of our missions. Just some big ones left. Although, fun news is the devs have announced, or not really announced, but the DLC, the new DLC for like the new companion in the game that's going to be added is going to be announced on Thursday. Is that May 30th or May 31st? One of those days. Should be pretty exciting. They're gonna talk about, maybe that's today. When, I don't know when this. Maybe that was yesterday. I don't remember when this episode is supposed to go live. Ah, Undead Horde. There's only 48. That's nothing. We don't even have to like do anything. Yeah, just fight them. Whatever. Gorgoro, how did you do this? Give him time. Heal up. He did not recover. We got 2 bones out of it though. Yeah, I don't remember if this episode is going to go live on the day or the day after. Look at all these people we dropped off. Amazing. But there's supposed to be an announcement on the DLC for the new companion that they're going to add to the game. So that'll be exciting. I don't know when that DLC is actually going to go live, but should be fun to have some new content in the game. Can sell these 2 bones. And then let's see if we can't find down... Do you think Shibeni is the Crystal Mancer that we need for the Yurg? Yeah! Ask Shibeni to help you with your project of crystal-tamed Yurg beasts of burden. Rats! Shibeni listens to your proposal and then shakes her head. I'm sorry, I can't, even though it sounds like a great opportunity. She tosses her hair. It has been done before, but not on a large scale. Most specifically because Yurg are rarely captured. So there is one here and there, controlled by specifically crafted crystals. But if I understand correctly, you have a source of these creatures at hand. I know of a specialist back where I came from in Larnak. He's called Murno, and he's known to have created a lot of these controlled crystals. I would seek him out. His workshop can be found in Lucernum. Well, he's in Larnak, so that's not a problem. That's actually very funny that they're like, go find a crystal guy, and I'm like, sure. But it was in the city I was in. Can I sell stuff to her? No, do not sell arcane texts. Wrong. Don't sell Icarian Circlet either. Can I buy something from you? Ooh, we could buy arcane texts. I own 4, I needed 5. So that's good. Scrying Orb we already have. Crystal Lamp for the coffee shop. Energy Crystal, Amulet of Concentration. I never look at these like merchants, so it's always kind of funny when I'm like, let's look at their wares for the first time ever. All right, let's see. We want to get all the way to a Mirage from Lumen here. It's 6 days away, and we're going to cut across the crystals here. So let's try to outfit ourselves accordingly. There, 7 days. You guys, I would love to take stuff to Larnak. I would be surprised if it was a full load, though. A lot of stuff to Devon, which is the opposite direction. Crimson Gate is also the opposite direction. And you guys, you're going the wrong way. I'm going west. Ah, man, they don't want me to take anything for them. That blows. Well, I probably should ditch the beasts of burden that I had. I picked them up specifically to take them here, but you know, I think we can ditch the 2. It'll save us a little bit on supplies, and then we can drop the number of crew accordingly as well. Yeah, that should be fine. Such a small thing. All right. Well, let's go ahead. And, well, you know what? Why don't we pause the episode here? You guys don't need me to watch me just, like, scramble across the wasteland to Larnak. Next time, I will do this off camera, and we'll pick up back in Larnak to continue with the Yurig exploration. We'll head north to finally do Elani's husband's mission, search mission in Avernum, and we can do Gorgoro's thing next time too. So tune in for that. If you guys enjoyed the episode, click the like button. It helps me out a lot. If you want to see more Vagrus, the Riven Realms, or the other videos I have going on the channel, subscribe to the channel. That also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everybody, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye, everybody!